Hello, everybody, and welcome to our Rey Dau bow builds. Now, I don't think any of these are groundbreaking or going to change the meta or change how you play the bow wildly, but sometimes you want to use the new thing. You want to switch it up. You want to fight the new monster and get the new armor and make a build with it because it's fun. So if you are one of those people, then I have put together two builds, one that I think is a bit more meta and one that is using four-piece Rey Dau and making it work for bow. And I hope that you enjoy both of them. So let's go ahead and take a look at those builds. So this is what we are using with the four-piece Rey Dau set. The reason we're using the four-piece Rey Dau, or why we wanted to use the four-piece Rey Dau, is so that we could take advantage of Thunderous Roar. This is going to give us a lot more uptime on Latent Power. Now, whether you can get excited about Latent Power or not, I am actually a little bit excited about Latent Power. I'm a little bit excited. I've never used it before, and I'm feeling pretty good about it. If you don't know what Latent Power does, it is going to, with Thunderous Roar, having the four-piece, it's going to make Latent Power last for 3.5 minutes. So it's boosting it by like a minute and a half, which is pretty cool. So you have it active more often. The way that you can proc it is that you can get hit. You have to take about 130 points worth of health damage to proc it, or it will also proc after 2 minutes. After the 3.5 minutes, if you're using the four-piece Rey Dau, it will go on cooldown for 2 minutes, and then you're without it for 2 minutes. But honestly, doesn't feel like it. It feels like I have it up like all the time. Not all the time, but like most of the time. Now, what does Latent Power do? Because we're running the four-piece Rey Dau set, we have level 5 of Latent Power. This is going to give us 50% affinity and reduces stamina depletion by 50%. So you can look at this build and go, you don't have any constitution. What's going on there? The reason I don't have any constitution is because when we have Latent Power active, I don't need constitution. I've tried this with 2 points of constitution. I've tried it with 0 constitution. And honestly, 0 constitution feels really good. Feels really good. So I put on Gobbler instead of constitution here, but you can put on anything you want. You could put on some resistances, Divine Blessing, Iron Skin, Recovery Speed, Recovery Up, or you could go Constitution if you feel more comfortable with that. But our idea behind this build, so we're doing the four-piece Rey Dau. It's going to give us Latent Power. I then added the Shewu helmet because that's going to give us 2 points of Adrenaline Rush. And Adrenaline Rush is just really fun. So Latent Power, Adrenaline Rush, Agitator level 3, that's coming from our Challenger Talisman and also our Challenger Deco. We have Stone Resistance level 3, which is whatever. We have Maximum Might level 2, which you don't get to take advantage of much using a bow, but you do get to take advantage of it a little bit if you're dodging a lot. We also have Stamina Surge level 2. That is just coming from the armor. That's just coming from the pants, so that feels pretty nice. We also have Evade Stender level 2. That is coming from the arms. And then I added Speed Eating, and then we have Burst and Counter Strike. So we have all of the damage skills that we want when we're using a bow. Like, I am always looking for Adrenaline Rush, Burst, I'm looking for Counter-Strike, I'm looking for Agitator, I'm looking for all of those things, and we have all of those things. I also do not have any weakness exploit. The reason for that is because Latent Power is giving us 50% affinity, so we're kind of just building around Latent Power being active, and we are critting plenty with that. Now, another cool thing about the Rey Dau set, which I assume is going to be the case with all AT Apexes, is you get Guts. What Guts does is it boosts your attack and lowers your defense. It's boosting your attack and lowering your defense by 5%. This is 5% of your raw attack. So if you can use a bow that has a higher raw attack, for example, we're using the Sinka Sharanka, I definitely said that wrong, because we've been fighting AT Rey Dau, because he's weak to ice. This has 276 base attack, and it is taking us to 299. That feels pretty good. And then, of course, we have like Adrenaline Rush and all these things that are boosting our attack power even further. So our attack is pretty freaking high. So I'm really excited to see what happens when we get more AT Apexes, because mixing matching because of this skill is going to be really fun. It also lets you survive one lethal hit. So you've got a little bit of comfort there. And then after that happens, it's going to boost your defense and your resistances, which is so nice. So if you don't die, you have more attack. And then if you do, you have a little bit more protection so you don't die again. So that's pretty good. Also, it makes sure that if I end up dying due to me trying to proc latent power by getting my ass kicked, then maybe I don't die. I'll be sad about it, but I won't die. So that is what I'm doing with the 4-piece Rey Dau. Is it the meta? No, probably not. But when new things come out, my whole thing is that I want to use the new thing. I want to use the cool, new, shiny new thing. So I want to make something that makes it viable to use and doesn't feel bad. Now, I have done runs with this build, and I do not miss, like I said, I don't miss Constitution at all. My damage feels really good. So we've done like maybe 3 hunts with it, so I've not done a ton of just like battle testing. But I really like it. I really like it. It feels good. It feels nice. It feels nice. I don't need any Constitution, which is, I've never been using something where I feel like I don't need Constitution. And I really like speed eating, so that's why that's there for me. But you can put all sorts of level 1s in here that you would like to put in here. Whatever tickles your fancy. So yeah, I think I'll use this more. Feels pretty good. And then when I'm out of latent power and my stamina sucks ass, I can either switch a build if you're feeling really bad about it. But what I do is I just grab a Wiggly. I just grab a Wiggly Litchi and eat that, and we're good to go. Or drink a dash juice, and it doesn't feel so bad. But with Stamina Surge as well, it makes it also not feel as bad. So now we're gonna take a look at the build that we put together that feels a little bit more meta. A little bit more meta. A little bit. This one is mostly focused on just taking advantage of the 3-piece to get that guts tenacity going. This one is running with Weakness Exploit level 5, Adrenaline Rush level 3, Stun Resistance level 3, Stamina Surge level 3, Antivirus level 3, Constitution level 2, Evade Window level 2, Evade Extender level 2, Burst, and Maximum Might. And this is using 2-piece Gore, because 2-piece Gore is just so good. It's just really, really, really good. But it is using the 3-piece of the Rey Dau to, again, get Guts active, where we get that 5% increased attack damage. Again, is this super crazy meta? Probably not. But if you want to use a more meta set, but still use the new fancy shiny thing, I think this one works really well. So we're using the Rey Dau Gamma head, we're using the Gore Male B for chest, Rey Dau Gamma arms, Gore Coil A, because it gives you 1 point of antivirus. And then we're using the Rey Dau Gamma legs. For decos, we have lots of Tenderizer. We've got Sane to boost that antivirus, and then we've got Counterattack and Chain to add some more damage. But if you're using this one, because you're not using latent power at all, the Constitution level 2 might feel really bad. So you're going to want to drink dash juice, you're going to want to eat drool shrooms or delish shrooms. You're going to want to do a mix of those things to get the Constitution feeling good for you. But you do have 3 points of Stamina Surge, so it's going to feel a lot less worse than if you didn't have any of that. This one, honestly, where do I see the pluses of this? I see the pluses in the fact that you have Evade Window. Evade Window is just like a comfy skill because you have more iframes. You have Stamina Surge, that's also pretty comfy. And then you have just a straight up boost to your attack. So I think that's where this one shines. Teeny bit of comfort because you've got the guts. If you take a lethal hit, you will be able to survive. You have the 5% boost of your attack, and then you have Evade Window, which is a comfy skill. So if you want to try any of the Rey Dau stuff, I think these two are feeling really good for me as of right now. That might change, but as of right now, these are my ones that I feel really good about. So I've actually been really surprised by the Latent Power build. I have never in my life as a bow main ran with no constitution and not hated myself the entire time. Now, granted, when Latent Power is not active, you certainly really feel that. But when it's active, you feel speedy, you feel critty, you feel powerful. So I've actually been really enjoying the Latent Power build. And honestly, the thing with Wild's builds when it comes to, I don't know about other weapons, but for bow, if you have things like Adrenaline Rush, Agitator, Burst, Counter Strike, all of these just like 1 points or a couple points skills that you end up getting to increase your damage, all of the builds feel fairly on par with one another. Like when I go and fight the monster, I feel like I'm killing them in about the same amount of time. So if you are wanting to mess around with some builds, I hope you end up using these and let me know what you think. Also, let me know what you would change because when it comes to using 4-piece Rey Dau, I wasn't sure which piece of armor I wanted to sub out. I went with the Shewu helmet because that gives Adrenaline Rush, and I'm just a big fan of Adrenaline Rush. Just Adrenaline Rush, I want to run it and run it real high on a bow because we're dodging all the time. That's what we do. So I'm a big fan of Adrenaline Rush. But let me know if you would change anything. Let me know if you try it and what you think about them. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.